Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday to you. This is Rhonda and I just left out of Target. I went in there and filmed to show y'all what Target has going on. And I found me a Wendy's and got me something to eat. Y'all, I'm sick of this heat. I really am. Now I'm not rushing the seasons. I'm making a life that I live, a life that I love, because I know life is short. But it's too hot. It's too hot. For those of y'all that don't know, Shonda and I live in Georgia, and yeah, it's hot. Stifling hot. I'm getting a little bit restless, y'all, because I just feel like I can't get anything done, and where I want to get something done is outside. Y'all saw that I planted my flower beds on either side of the garage, and I did put some flowers in the planters that are hanging on the porch. That's it. That's all your girl has done. Now, in my defense, did y'all see the video the other day and I shared Shonda's flowers? I gave y'all a tiny house update, and I also shared my baby sister's yard, her flowers. Now with her, you know, her yard doesn't have any trees, so she is toughing it out, and she goes out. She tries to go like early morning, and then she goes back out at night every day, y'all, to water her flowers. It's like you gotta water them twice a day now. It's just so hot. So she is just a straight trooper, and she's just putting me to shame. But with Shonda's yard, Shonda has trees, and so her flower gardens are more shaded, you know, up by the porch, and so you know, I guess it's easier for her to get out there. The sun is not so sweltering at all. But I've tried to go out like in the evenings, and even when the sun goes down, y'all, it's still hot, like hot. Try to go in the mornings, but still the same. Like some mornings, there, you know, it's kind of overcast. Maybe if I go out like 8 o'clock, but still, y'all, I don't know, the sun is just kind of draining me this year. But there's just a lot of things that I want to do in the yard. Did y'all see how cute my niece's tiny house is? The landscaping that she's done. That's what I want to do to mine. Y'all know that I am now the proud owner of the second tiny house, because one tiny house was going to my niece and the other one was going to my nephew, Shonda's son. And then he decided that he wanted to get an apartment with some friends of his, you know, college life. So he wanted to experience that, which was understandable. So I bought the second one from Shonda, and now I want to start on my landscaping around my tiny house. I can't wait. I'm excited. Y'all, I'm just gonna go on and say it. It just is what it is. I'm looking forward to the fall. I'm looking forward to the cooler temperatures so that I can get outside. I know that some of y'all been asking about Shonda. I'm actually going to edit and put out a video, and Shonda's in the video. She's actually the one. We're sharing some summer outfits with y'all, and she's actually the one that is modeling the clothes this time. I'm not in the video, so you'll get a chance to see Shonda. We always have good intentions towards filming together, but y'all, I told y'all Shonda is a supervisor on her job, and so y'all know how that goes in the medical field. If anybody calls out, she has to stay. And also her commute is long. It's like an hour, in the morning, maybe about an hour to get to work, but in the afternoons, sometimes it's evenings when she leaves there, her commute is anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get home. And so, you know, I don't really press her about YouTube too much. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of go with the flow with her schedule. And then like on Saturdays, I typically don't talk to her till in the afternoon. Like I don't call her early in the morning, because I know after a long week and a long commute, y'all, a commute will drain you. It's almost, to me, when I was doing it, it was even more draining than my 8-hour shift, because a traffic commute, bumper to bumper here in Atlanta, will just wear you out. I know I got some more ATLians around here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all just kind of wave your hands in the comments if you do. Just traffic when you're heading north Atlanta and above Atlanta, Buckhead and all. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. So she always sends her love though, but you will get to see her. She actually filmed that video by herself, so that was good. Like I said, I just left out of Target and I filmed in there. Y'all let me know. Like, I was thinking about, you know, back to school and all, and I'm not sure that our friends of the twins have kids that young. You know what I'm saying? I think for the most part, most of us, you know, our kids are either teenagers or young adults. So, but y'all let me know. I just want to know, like, what stores y'all are interested in seeing. I told y'all Target wasn't really on my radar until some months ago, but I do enjoy walking through Target. It's kind of a vibe in there to me. I enjoy, you know, for the most part, the store is clean. And I especially love going to see the Hearth and Hand, Joanna Gaines, and Threshold, Studio McGee. I enjoy going to see those collections. And let me just tell y'all, Joanna Gaines' collection is nice, but it's the Threshold for me. Threshold is more my style. Joanna Gaines is really, really, really farmhouse. It's you know, it's more farmhouse, and Threshold has a somewhat, to me, it's like a little bit of modern mixed with some traditional. It's just, her collection is beautiful. It's the aesthetic. I like the aesthetic. When I tell you, sometimes when I go in there and I look at her collection, it makes me want to change my whole house. Nah, not really. Y'all, I enjoy my black and white, but I do love, like, you know, she has, and you're going to see the beautiful earth tone colors, like burgundies that I love. She has a beautiful wreath in there that's burgundy, and then you'll see another wreath that has maybe a hint of burgundy, but it looks like it also has like a hint of peach or rust. You know, like the earth tone colors, and it's like an ombre color. You know, there's a variety of colors in it, and it's really pretty. And then Studio McGee, she mixes in like some gold pieces. Y'all know I'm in my gold season, and she had some beautiful navy glass bases. They were beautiful. Her throws, the chunky throws. To me, y'all, those chunky throws, they are more for the pretty, to look pretty, because I've had one before. I actually had a coworker whose mother made the throws, the chunky knit throws, and I bought one from her. She had a booth at a festival, and I bought one. But you know, they have the you know, with the knitting, so air can get in there, and I just I'm getting tickled because I put it over Shuggy. And Sugar didn't like it. He said he could feel all of the breeze. It really wasn't keeping him warm. And I understood exactly what he's saying. Y'all just don't know. Y'all have no clue how Sugar is. Sugar likes to be snuggled up, warm. Like I told y'all, I keep a heavy comforter or a duvet on my bed year round. Because Sugar likes to be warm, and he's the type of person, he likes to feel the cover on him. So he likes a heavier covering. And y'all know I'm in my flashing season, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, I keep heavy cover on the bed all year round. My throws that you see in the living room, wherever you see a throw, I like for them to look pretty, but y'all, we use those throws. Like, you know, in the summertime, I you know, with the air conditioning on, he'll be wrapped up. But he's just a mess. Y'all just don't know. I want to say hello to Amy. Amy, if you're watching, it was such a pleasure meeting you yesterday. I ran into Amy at the Goodwill, and she came over and she said, "Are you a vlogger?" And I was like, "Yes." She said, "Oh, I just watched your video last night." She had watched the one where I showed my new tray that I got from the thrift store. Y'all know that heavy metal tray. I started decorating with it the other day when y'all saw me piddling around the house. And then I decided that I'm going to decorate with that tray. I want to put it on my coffee station, and y'all gonna see that really, really soon. I actually have something coming today. Today's Friday, what, July 12th. I have something coming from Amazon, and then I'll be ready to do my coffee station. And so I'm excited. I've had it the way that it is for a long time. So y'all know after about 3 months I started to get bored, but I actually think that it's been the way that it is since wintertime, I believe. I think so. So that's longer than 3 months. I'm doing better, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm working on, you know, not changing so much. And I really don't, but it's just, it's time for me. I really just want to use my tray. I just want to decorate with my tray. And so I'm going to start there on the coffee station. And it's going to be interesting to me to see where all that tray ends up in the house. Because when I take it off the coffee station, I'm going to put it somewhere else. It's just much too pretty to me to be tucked away in a closet somewhere and not using it. Do y'all still enjoy, we have a lot of new friends of the twins. I need to talk to y'all for a minute. Do y'all like thrifting, going to thrift stores? Because Shonda and I, a lot of times when we go to the thrift store, we haven't been filming. And I tell you, that's because, you know, the videos didn't have a lot of views. That's because we're not really sure if y'all want to see thrifting. But yeah, we really, really enjoy thrifting. I like thrifting because, of course, you can find like those one I don't want to say one of a kind. They certainly make more, but what I mean is that you'll find things that not everyone has. You know, if you shop at Ross, Home Goods, Marshalls, you know, sometimes as I'm watching other videos, because y'all, I am a content creator, but I enjoy watching YouTube. That's how I began to make videos, you know. And for y'all that don't know how, for our new friends that don't know how the channel actually came about, in 2019, 21, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we're going into our 5th year or 4th year, 2019 or 2020. Shonda and I lost our young cousin. She was, I don't even think she was 40. She may have been 40, somewhere right in there. But anyway, it was sudden. she ended up having a blood clot and she passed away, and she left her 2 young sons. One of them was I want to say about 18, and the other one was 16, something like that, or 17 and 15. Anyway, they were young, and she passed away. And I had been, like I said, I had been watching YouTube, and I used to watch, one of the first people I ever watched, y'all, was Kimberly Davis. Back when her channel was called Diva Designing on a Dime, I watched Kimberly Davis. She is the first person I ever saw to put together a breakfast bar. And I just lost it over that breakfast bar. You want to know why? Because it was exactly what my home needed. I had 3 kids we were raising. You know, they were getting big kids and in and out, hustle and bustle and stuff. And so that kind of changed the trajectory of our mornings in my house. Once I set it up, you know, the kids could just grab what they wanted and head on out the door. So Kimberly Davis is one of the first people that I watched. And Denise, be my guest with Denise. I always loved her. Did I ever tell y'all? And y'all, I've met both of them. Let me tell you about it. I met them. The sweetest ladies you could ever meet. I met Denise. I wasn't a YouTuber. I was a total fan. And living here in Atlanta, and Denise, y'all know she lives in Jacksonville, Florida. She had announced that she was going to be having an event at the Pier 1 in Jacksonville. And I can't remember the name of that plaza, but it's a kind of upscale plaza. I remember there was a Z Gallery and Pier 1. It was a very nice shopping plaza. I can't remember the name of it. My Jacksonville crew, y'all let me know the name of that really nice strip mall that y'all had. It used to be where the Z Gallery. I don't even know if the Z Gallery is still there. I know ours up here closed down, but y'all know what I'm talking about. She had an event there at the Pier 1, and I told Shuggy that I really, really wanted to go, so he drove me down to Jacksonville. We actually drove down and drove back home. Did you come back the same day? If not, we stayed overnight and then we headed back. But I met Denise there, and she was so nice. And she was actually surprised that I had driven. I was the one I had driven the farthest to come and see her. But it was such a pleasure. She is a beautiful spirit. And Kimberly Davis was there. Kimberly Davis came to the event, and Kimberly and I actually ended up sitting beside one another. And you know, I knew that she was there before I actually saw her, because I heard her voice. And y'all, I'm fanning out. And so I'm looking, and finally I spotted her, and it was Kimberly Davis. I was just a total fan. But anyway, Kimberly is sweet also. Since Shonda and I have come onto the platform, Kimberly has been so supportive and welcoming, and she has extended herself. Her, along with others, Catherine at Amateur Decorating Like a Pro, has been so sweet to us. Shalomi. I'm trying not to smack in y'all's ear. But Shalomi, y'all know the beautiful, glamorous penny pincher. Shalomi has been so sweet to us and supportive. All these ladies, you know, any questions that we have or anything, they just extended themselves to us, and we just really, 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 really appreciate it. We really do. Y'all, this is gonna sound crazy, and I know it. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but when I think about those ladies, Catherine, Shalomi, Kimberly, and you know, others, I don't really feel like a YouTuber. Like when I look at those ladies, they're like YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? I just look at myself as just someone who finally got up the courage. Oh, that's what I was telling y'all, and I got off track. That's what I do when I start talking to y'all. I just get talking and rambling and ranting. I got off track. I just look at myself as someone who finally got up the courage to share with y'all what I've been doing for years. The way that y'all see me now, I have always been. I actually have calmed down a little bit. Sugar will testify to that. I used to change things so frequently. Even before I was a YouTuber, I always decorated seasonally when I was raising my kids. And after a while, I couldn't have slowed down with that if I wanted to, because they were used to that and they really liked it. But yeah, I decorated seasonally inside the house and outside the house. But you know, I was younger then, and so now I'm happy to slow down a little bit. But I still do, you know, the love that I had for decorating back then, I still have it. That has not changed. I just do not want to change out as frequently. So I'm kind of, you know, honing that in a little bit. But what finally gave me the courage, one thing was Kimberly's breakfast bar. But what really gave me the courage, the absolute courage to start the channel, is I had been wanting and thinking about starting the channel for at least a year. And y'all, I was too scared to do it. Absolutely terrified to do it. But when my little cousin passed, y'all, I heard it plain as day in my ear. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, y'all. God told me, it's like I heard it plain as day. Rhonda, you better make the life that you live a life that you love, because life is short. Y'all, I was standing in my kitchen that day. Y'all know my black kitchen in my other house? I heard it. It was almost like plain as day. And I don't like to go on about, you know, and get all churchified and preach. I've never been that kind of person like that, slam religion down anyone's throat or anything like that. But I heard it plain as day, and that's where our channel mantra came from. I heard it plain as day. Rhonda, you better make the life that you live a life that you love, because life is short. That happened in my little cousin passed away in August. I put out the first video in September. I sure did. And the thing about it, y'all, is I was never all that computer literate. I'm not now. I just stumble and fumble along the way and ask questions. And I tell you, my oldest daughter, my daughter is the one that uploaded the first couple of videos for me, because I didn't even know how to do that. And then she did it for me for 2 or 3 weeks, and I managed to put out, you know, get together one video a week. So she did like the first 3 videos. Then when it came time to publish the 4th one, she said, I'm not gonna do it. She said, you gotta learn how to do it. And she didn't do it, and I had to go from there, and I had to ask them questions. You know, it would take me all day, but I finally did it. I don't want to talk to y'all to death today. This video will be over an hour long if you count the walkthrough. I'm going to try to edit it down some, but yeah. Did I tell y'all that I've lost 21 pounds? My niece sent me a message, Shonda's daughter, the one that's in Japan, and she said that she can tell it in my face. But y'all want to know something? Y'all want to hear something that's really crazy? Like, I can't tell it. Don't get me wrong, when I put on my clothes, I can tell it. And there are clothes that I couldn't get in that I can get in now. I actually put on an outfit this morning that is a small, and it fits perfectly. So I know it to be true. I know that it's true, but now I understand. I always used to watch Dr. Now's show, My 600-Pound Life, and those people, especially the ones that had like the gastric bypass and all that, and that the sleeve and all that, they would say that they still felt like a big person. You know, I totally understand that. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. I do not, like, when I look at myself in the mirror, I mean, I can tell a little bit. I can tell, but I understand what they mean now when they say that they really can't see it, because, you know, I really can't see it like that. But and what I did, y'all, was my doctor told me last year when I had my physical that I was pre-diabetic. I'm 5 foot tall, y'all, and I was up to 173 pounds. And for me, the moment that I realized that I was too big, do y'all remember when Shonda and I filmed that video and we wore the long sleeve t-shirts in black with a sequin applique on the shoulder, and we had on the black wide brim hats with the sequins on it? That is when I realized, you know, people can tell you all day you're too big or you're too small. It doesn't mean anything until you realize it and know it for yourself. And so that was my kind of come to Jesus moment there. When I was editing that video, I didn't like the way that I looked. Like, I looked too big to me. And so that was kind of my wake up moment. Had my physical. She told me that I was pre-diabetic, and she tried to give me some diabetic pills, y'all. And I told her, I said, well, what will be the biggest impact on getting my A1C down? Because my A1C was up to like a 6.2. And she told me, she said, lose weight. And then she tried to give me some diabetic pills. And I was like, oh no. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll be back. And from then on, so, you know, I've been doing it slowly. Because my physical was in, I want to say August or September last year. So from then until now, I've lost 21 pounds. I've been doing it the right way, losing it slowly. But the biggest thing I did, y'all, I've told y'all before, I have always loved sweets, and I would choose to eat sweets before I would eat food. You know, sweets was a priority, but I cut out a lot of that. I mean, a whole lot. That's why y'all haven't seen the snack station, but snack station is coming back. Your girl is just curating a healthy snack station. And so, and then I'll share with y'all how I set up my snack station now. And I have a gym at home that y'all have never seen, this darn sunroom. Y'all, the reason that I have not shown y'all the sunroom is because, like I told you before, we use it daily. Sugar and I spend the majority of our day out in the sunroom. And it's really my flex room. And I say that because I have my desk out there. That's where I edit at. Spend a lot of time doing that. I have all of my equipment out there, and I have some large pieces of workout equipment. I have an elliptical, I have a treadmill, I have a bike with a monitor, and I have weights out there. So it really is a flexible space, and that's exactly what I wanted. It's pretty, y'all, but it's comfortable, and you know, I can just do everything out there, and it works out perfectly because when the grandbaby comes, she's 3 now. She has her little toy, little thing we keep all her toys in. She'll take that, she'll pick it up, and she just dump them in the floor, and that is quite all right. That's exactly what I wanted that space to be. It's like a catch-all for a lot of different activities. Anyway, your girl is 21 pounds down, and I feel good. I'll tell you one thing. When I thought back on it, I knew, because I knew that I was too heavy. Like I said, Shonda and I, we're only 5 feet tall. Not 5'1", not 5'2". We are 5 feet. But I knew, because when I would get up in the mornings after a full night's rest, y'all, when my feet would hit the ground, my joints would ache. I was getting out of the bed not feeling well, like my joints, my knees, my ankles especially. And then I was easily exerted, easily short of breath, you know, the minimal amount of exertion, and I was just exhausted and out of breath. So I knew that I was out of shape, y'all. I knew it, and I knew that I wanted to get to a place where I felt better. And so, but I will say that one thing that I've always done, I've told y'all before, Shonda takes so many vitamins a day, y'all. I swear, no exaggeration, she takes about 20 vitamins a day. Your girl here takes mine is about half of that, 9 or 10 vitamins a day. And I was doing that even when I was out of shape and overweight, thinking that, okay, this will make me feel better. Let me replenish and make sure I have my vitamin D, my vitamin B, calcium, magnesium, just all of that, making sure. But it didn't help. It probably did help. It probably kept me from feeling even worse. So that was a good thing. So right now I am at 152 pounds. Yep, your girl is 152 pounds. Now I do want to lose just a little bit more weight. My goal weight for me is to be about probably about 145. So I don't have a whole lot left to lose. When Shonda and I were in school, y'all, the day that we graduated from high school, I weighed 102 pounds. And Shonda may have been 100. We were right there together, little. We've always been really petite. I didn't start to gain weight until I went into the perimenopause, you know, in my 40s. But before then, teenager, 20s, 30s, early 40s, I didn't, we've never eaten a lot. And like to this day, Shonda does not eat a lot of meat. Neither of us. Y'all, we didn't grow up eating a lot of meat. My mom didn't eat a lot of meat. We, you know, here in the South, people eat like chitlins and a whole lot of fried this and that. My mom did not cook like that. She cooked us. We ate vegetables and cornbread. We ate southern vegetables. We love pinto beans. We love lima beans, black eyed peas, cornbread. And she would make a lot of times the sweet potato, what do you call them? You know, they're round. Oh, we were just talking about them last night. She made bran muffins, that kind of thing. So we would have a full meal, but it didn't always consist of meat. So to this day, y'all, I don't have to have meat, and Shonda doesn't have to have meat either to feel satiated. You know, we don't have to have meat. I didn't grow up eating meat like that. And now with all that they say is in the meat, y'all know Shonda told me last night that Chick-fil-A has come out and said that they are going to start using hormones in their chicken. I have seen a documentary. Y'all let me know if y'all have seen the documentary. I think that it was on Netflix, and they were talking about meat processing, and they showed where they were processing the meat, and the employee said, "You see this right here? This is cancer." It was like a sore, like on that meat. He said, "We don't throw this entire piece out." He said, "We cut the affected part out, and we send the rest on through for more processing." So now, how do you know there's not a cancer cell or two in the piece that you let go through? You know. So I don't know, y'all. I don't have to eat. I don't have to have a lot of meat. But also, y'all, Sugar has lost 6 pounds. He's lost 6 pounds. So, you know, we're both working to feel better and be healthier. You know, that's really important, y'all. As you start to get older, I'm 53. She gets 59. But, you know, we're not old by any stretch of the imagination. You know, I tell you, your girl here feels like a teenager. But anyway, you have to take things a little bit more seriously as you start to get older, because just from working in healthcare, all of my working life, y'all, started out as a CNA back in the day, long time ago. Went up to a nurse, rad tech. And I've watched people, you know, over the years, all of the things that you do, this is from my experience and my personal opinion. But I'm here to tell y'all that all of the things that you do when you're in your late teens, if you start smoking, late teens, early 20s, smoking, drinking, fighting, if you're one that was, you know, in the streets doing a lot of street things like fighting, and you've gotten shot a time or two and you still have a bullet in you, or the bullet came out but you have side effects from it. If you were an athlete, like a serious athlete, no matter what level, if you were taking hard hits, whether that was through football, basketball, whatever, all of those things, when you start to get, in my opinion, when you get, and it seems to be like for me, and it's even earlier, for a man, from my experience working in the emergency room, when he starts to get his late 40s, early 50s, all of those things start to catch up with you. They really do. You have serious side effects from a lot of lifestyle choices, you know. So if you lived a more I'll say vigorous lifestyle when you're younger, when you start to get, which I'm just gonna say 50, when you get 50, really it's late 40s, like for a lot of men that I've seen, all of that starts to catch up with you. And the way that it catches up with you is you started smoking when you were barely a teenager. I've met people that started smoking when they were 10 and 11 years old. And now you have emphysema, other lung conditions. If you have bullets, you've been shot and all this kind of stuff. Now you're getting older, you have arthritis. Not only do you have arthritis, but you have severe arthritis. And it is affecting you, just say, in your hips. And so now you can barely walk, and the pain. Now all of these things are compounding and you have pain. Y'all, just take it from me. Things that you do in your earlier life, they catch up with you. You're not getting away with anything. And if you've been like me, and I never smoked, because y'all, I wasn't no Miss Goodish Two Shoes by any stretch. And you know, because I was just like anybody else when I was young. Oh, it's cool to be smoking, puffing on a cigarette. But y'all, we couldn't. Shonda and I were diagnosed with asthma when we were 2 years old. And so we were just trying to breathe, because when we were younger, our asthma was a lot worse, y'all. We stayed in the hospital all the time as babies on up into childhood. It didn't start to really get better for us until we became like maybe around 12 or 13, you know, when you start to become like a little young lady and stop so much running and playing outside and that kind of thing. That's when our asthma got better. We were able to maintain it better. We knew what activities triggered us. Like I said, we weren't running and playing and all so much as like early childhood. But and then even with that, you know, we didn't have that activity factor playing so much of a factor. But if we caught a cold, you know, it was it was worse. It triggered the asthma, the wheezing, and the shortness of breath. So we were still kind of fragile with the asthma, but our activity level was lesser, you know, as we became preteens and then teenagers. And then, you know, by that time, certainly, you know, we, you know, our activity level was a lot different. So it just got better and better and better. And now, really not affected by asthma so much unless we get a cold or something like that. And we have nebulizers and inhalers and that kind of thing. But by the grace of God, I don't have to use them all that often. You know, I know what triggers me. She knows what triggers her. And at this beautiful young age of 53, I don't want to do too much of nothing. No way. Nothing but what I want to do is piddle around the house and decorate and talk to y'all. So yeah, I don't worry about asthma. Asthma better go on somewhere. Y'all, I got to go. I've talked to y'all to death. I appreciate y'all sitting here talking to me. I'm still parked here at the Wendy's. I found me a shady spot and I ate. And but now, y'all, I'm about to go and do something. This is something that I'm about to tell y'all that y'all don't know about me. There is one thing, I won't say hate because hate is a strong word, but there is something that I do that I really don't like to do. There's got to be somebody else that's like me. Y'all, I don't like to go to the grocery store. Wave your hand if you don't like to go to the grocery store. Now, I know that I can order my groceries, and I have ordered my groceries and had them delivered. I've done that a lot. I haven't done it lately, but I've done that. I've also ordered my groceries and gone and picked them up. So I do enjoy those conveniences. But today, here I am, you know, after I left the Target, I'm right here at the grocery store. So I might as well just go on in here and get it over with. So that is what your girl is about to do. I hope that you all have a fabulous Friday and an even better weekend. And we're going to talk to y'all real soon. As always, y'all, make the life that you live a life that you love. Because life is short. Now, even if you have to go to the grocery store. Peace out.